Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 4 dollar store Christmas DIYs with you. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you love Christmas DIYs, and subscribe to my channel for more. And let's get on to the video. For my first DIY project, I'm going to be making 2 yarn Christmas trees. I got these 2 styrofoam cones from Dollar Tree, and then I have this yarn I got from Michael's, along with these pearl beads, also from the dollar store. To start off, I'm hot gluing all around the bottom of the cone and then attaching the yarn. And I'm continuing all around the cone, hot gluing as I go. I started off being pretty careful where I was putting the yarn as I was going around the cone, but then as time went on, I was a little less careful with it, which is totally okay because you can go back and add more layers of yarn over top of any of the blank spaces. And that's what I'm doing here, is just going over where I think I need to add more yarn and hot gluing it in place. Once I thought there was enough of this gray yarn on the cone, I took this lighter cream colored yarn and wove it around in sort of a diagonal pattern just to add a little more interest to the tree. And now I'm hot gluing these different sized pearls onto the tree. For the smaller cone, I'm taking the cream colored yarn and wrapping it all around and hot gluing it in place. And then I'll also be adding the same pearl beads onto the cone. I am so excited because today I'm participating in Heidi Sonbuhl's Friend Friday Hop. Click the link in my description box to head over to the next video in the hop, and from there you can follow the links to every video in the hop, which are all amazing Christmas DIYs. Be sure to leave a comment on every video in the chain and you'll be entered into the giveaway to win a $375 gift card to Amazon. My next DIY project is this foam Christmas tree. First, I'm taking another one of these styrofoam cones from Dollar Tree. I actually cut off the bottom of this one just so it would be a different height than the other 2 Christmas trees I made. I drew the shape of a leaf onto this piece of cardboard, and now I'm cutting it out and I'll use it as a template for all of my foam leaves. At first I thought I'd try to cut multiple leaves at once, so I'm folding the foam in half and then trying to cut around the cardboard leaf. But I didn't really like the way this was working. I found it kind of left these jagged edges. So instead what I did was traced this cardboard leaf all over the piece of foam, and then I cut out each individual leaf. This is definitely time consuming, but it's pretty easy to do. So just put on a TV show or a podcast and get tracing and cutting. I cut an entire sheet of foam into all the little leaves, and I ended up using almost all of them, although I did have a few left over. And now it's time to glue them all in place. For the bottom row, I left part of the leaf hanging down past the edge of the cone a little bit, and I'm gluing them all in a row beside each other. For all the subsequent rows, I'm layering the leaves on top of each other to give a nice 3D effect. Once I got to the top of the tree, I just arranged the leaves so they came to sort of a point at the top. For the next DIY project, I'm going to be making an angel ornament out of a toilet paper roll. I'm using an empty toilet paper roll, some burlap from the dollar store, twine, this ribbon with lace on it, a wooden bead for the angel head, and some hot glue. To start, I'm cutting the toilet paper roll in half, and I'm using this circle as a guide to cut some rounded edges off the top 2 corners of the toilet paper roll. Now I'm rolling it into a cone and then hot gluing it in place. Then wrapping it in the burlap. I'm gluing the edges of the burlap up inside of the toilet paper roll just to hide all of the jagged edges. I'm weaving a piece of string through the wooden bead and then tying a knot because I saw someone else do this step, but it ended up being unnecessary for me because I just glued the wooden bead on top of the toilet paper roll for the head. And now I'm cutting off a piece of this ribbon with the lace and rounding off the edges to make the wings. Now I'm pinching the middle and then tying a piece of string around the middle. I'm ripping off some of this lace from the ribbon to attach to the angel for a bit of decoration on her dress. I wanted a thinner piece of the lace around the bottom, so I'm just cutting one in half and then attaching it along the edge. I'm taking the twine again and adding a bow to the front of her. I'm wrapping the twine around my fingers a few times and then cutting it in half to make the hair. I'm tying a piece of twine around the middle just to keep it all together, and then gluing it on the top of her head. As you can see, the hair is a little wild. It's sticking out everywhere, which is totally fine, but I decided to glue down a few of the pieces just to tame her a little bit. Now I'm adding a loop to the back, so if you wanted to hang this on the tree, then you could. For my last DIY today, I'm going to be making some snowflakes out of these doilies from Dollar Tree. This particular pack comes with 32 doilies, 8 of each size, and for these snowflakes, you'll need 7 of each size. I'll also be using a glue stick, although I did switch to a hot glue gun later on. To start, you'll want to take one of the doilies and put the good side towards the table, and then fold the doily in half from the bottom to the top. Then make a crease and unfold it. Now fold each side of the doily into the center, then fold it in half again from the bottom to the top. Now unfold the doily again and apply glue to the top edges on the left and right side. Then fold it in half again and press it together. Now you should be able to open up the doily like this. Then put this one to the side and continue with the other 6 doilies. Once you have all 7 doilies done, then you're going to apply some glue to the bottom edge and the middle of the doily, and then stick them all together. I started doing this with a glue stick, but I found it wasn't quite sticky enough, so then I transferred to using a hot glue gun, and I did find that a lot easier. Once you have all 7 of the doilies stuck together, it should open up like this and form a snowflake. Now we just have to attach these last 2 pieces together and then it'll be done. To make a slightly different style of snowflake, I'm going to take the next size up of doily and cut off all of the edges. And then I'm going to repeat all the same steps as before, doing the folding and all of the gluing. I will say the gluing was a lot trickier without the edges there, so I had to make sure that I kept opening it up after I glued and seeing that all the right things were sticking together, because putting the glue on the tiny little pieces of the doilies with all of the holes is tricky. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed all of these Christmas DIYs. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite and what you're looking forward to this holiday season. Be sure to click the link in the description box to head on over to the next video in this Friend Friday hop, and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I'll see you next time.